BODDAMN, and in this video, I'm gonna show you examples of the stuff that I eat and how I stay healthy. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris with the BODDAMN channel. This channel is all about food, fitness, and how to live an active, healthy lifestyle. Follow me on Instagram at BODDAMN. Get the muscle building guide. Also, it's the first link down below. I'll teach you some good tips on how to get some high quality muscle. In this video, and like right in front of me, I just got done going to Costco and this natural grocery store, and I wanted to show you the pickups that I bought today. That way, inspire you maybe out there to buy some of the same stuff, or realize that eating healthy doesn't have to taste bad or anything like that. So I'm gonna show you the foods that I picked up and what I intend to kind of do with them, with the hopes that it inspires you to maybe change parts of your diet and you can start getting lean or lose fat or things that just generally interest you. All right, no particular order, strawberries. Anytime you deal with a fruit or vegetable with a small rind, skin, whatever, very thin skin, very thin rind, you're gonna wanna make sure you get organic. So these are organic Driscoll strawberries from Costco. Yeah, this is a staple. They'll last about 3 days in my house, and I tend to eat them in the middle part of the day, typically, like before I do like a cardio activity or something like that. On the same note, we have Blackberries by Driscolls, and these are really good. They're extremely large. I mean, look at the size of these things. It's crazy. So, but yeah, I like these as well. Sometimes I'll pick up raspberries, but this time instead of raspberries, I picked up something else that we'll see here in a second. These things right here, and these are organic, kind of like seedless watermelons, but they're the smaller ones. So, picked up 2 of these. It's around $5.70. They are organic. Now you might be thinking, well, what about the whole thin skin thing? This is a thick skin, obviously. To me, a thicker skin kind of stuff could be non-organic. I don't have to buy it organic, but that was there. Like, it was a choice that I could have done, and I decided to spend the extra money and get the organic ones. Quite the staple in my diet also towards the tail end of the night. Try to bring my calories more towards like the lighter side. So tofu is a really good thing. I tend to combine this with cauliflower rice or, like street corn rice or whatever you call it. I could put it with actual rice, I could put it with actual beans. But yeah, this is a good source of protein, and it's soy-based, so basically it's vegan in a sense, vegetarian also. I picked up these. This is guacamole, and in each tub there are 5 hand-scooped Hass avocados. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, so usually what I do with these is I pick these up while these guys ripen right here. And these are just normal avocados. They didn't have organic ones, so I picked these up. They're pretty cheap. They're like $5 at Costco. You get 6 of them, but it's gonna take a while for these things to get soft. So while I wait for that, this is what I pick up right here. I have 2 tubs of this, and it's good for like another month basically. So, if I pinch my avocado in the morning and it's not good enough to put in my first meal, for example, then I can just open one of these tubs, scoop out what I need, and put it into my meal. Also, another lighter side option for dinner can be these Chickpea Masala bowls right here. I can also add more chickpeas to it. I could also add some of that tofu to it. But the interesting part is if I flip the actual, to the ingredients of this thing, basically it's chickpeas, onion, tomato, water, sunflower oil, garlic, ginger, spices, salt, green chilies, mango powder, turmeric, and fenugreek leaves. So the sunflower oil isn't the second ingredient, which is cool. It's actually more of like the 5th ingredient, which means it has a little bit, but not a whole lot, which I like. So yeah, chickpea masala, and if you haven't ever had chickpea masala, it's really, really good. So I can add more chickpeas to this, or I can add tofu to it. I can even put this over a bed of rice if I want to. It's a really good dinner, very good healthy option. Also, another thing that I like to do if I want to make my morning breakfast kind of concoction, where I have a video on my channel where I show what I make for breakfast typically. But if I want to make it a little bit more chunky, because it's basically eggs on a bed of beans, and it's also some spinach in there. But if I want to make it chunky and have some texture, portobello mushrooms are really good for that. So I've got 5 of these. I think this is around $5 at Costco, and these are organic. Right, they had non-organic and organic bananas. I made a choice. Got the organic bananas. These are awesome, rich in potassium. Strangely enough, actual avocados are very high in potassium as well. So, but I like bananas. They go into my smoothies typically in the morning, along with frozen blueberries, a little bit more ice, some water, and the protein that I use, which is vegan protein. Right now, I'm using Orgain vegan protein, but Vega is good as well, and Sun Warrior protein is pretty good too. So you can look at those, Orgain, Vega, and Sun Warrior, really high quality vegan protein powders that you can get. All right, eggs right here. These are organic free-range eggs. I was looking for pasture-raised eggs. They didn't have any at that moment. I didn't want to go to another store, but ideally you want pasture-raised eggs. That's where The actual coop is on the pasture. They open the coop up and it's open all day long, and then they kind of close the coop up later in the day, so that way the chickens don't get eaten by coyotes and random other things. So, but yeah, so these are free range, and I know there's like jargon when it deals with free range. There's cage free, and then there's like the really bad eggs, which are just the white ones that you see. You can buy like 1 million of them for like $5. So as you get more premium based on the eggs, these chickens are basically stress-free. They get to roam the pasture as much as they want. They get to eat all the little bugs and all the little critters that are on the ground, which if you crack the yolk of a pasture-raised egg versus just a normal egg, you can tell the difference, a huge difference. And there's a huge difference in taste too. Huge difference in omega-3 fatty acids. There's just massive amounts of differences. You would never want to really put an ordinary egg in your diet. It's not a good thing. Okay, so earlier, maybe like 1 minute ago, I was talking about how I put my morning breakfast together and I use spinach as a bed. You can see the video. It's probably like 6 videos ago. I talk about my morning breakfast kind of thing, which I actually eat around 1 o'clock during the day because I intermittent fast all the time. But the bed of spinach that I use sometimes can be power greens, which is baby chard, baby spinach, baby kale. Take a huge handful of this, throw it into the skillet, and that's the bed that I kind of pre-cook before I crack eggs on there, and then after that I put it on a bed of beans, So this is really healthy. This is dirt cheap at Costco for some reason, organic, $4. Really good deal. And all this kind of stuff really aids in your digestion too. Okay, for morning smoothies, if I don't want to mess with bananas and I don't want to mess with frozen blueberries, I'll have this daybreak blend. And coincidentally, it kind of has a double use too, because at the nighttime, when I'm seeking a really healthy dessert, typically I will resort to super high concentrated dark chocolate or a daybreak blend, which is like a cup, maybe a cup and a half of this, which has strawberries, pineapple, mango, and peaches, and it's organic too. So really, really good. You basically, this is frozen, so you pour it into a bowl, you throw it in your microwave for like 25 seconds, and you can just eat it with a fork. And it is a good, healthy dessert. Okay, another thing I picked up is organic hummus right here. And this one is not Sabra, but it's made by Hannah. Sabra is a good brand too. But I like this because I have a ton of those like small, tiny carrots in that fridge over there. So I need something to kind of dip them in, or else I would have to bake them somehow or prep them, or else they go to waste. So rather than dip those things in like ranch dressing and things that are really terrible for my life, I got something good that has basically, it's made with chickpeas, Yeah, hummus is really good. And so I like roasted red pepper hummus. It has a tiny bit of spiciness to it, but not really much. You can get a really big tub at Costco for like $6. And yeah, this will last a long time in my house. And while we're talking about snacks, Costco had these for $5. This is a huge bag of Hippies, which are basically puffed chickpea, like cheddar vegan snacks, and they're amazing, especially like in hot weather, you're out in the boat, whatever, and you got your White Claws and your Trulies and all that kind of stuff. Well, a nice kind of thing that you can put in a Ziploc bag is something like this, right? And of course, if you show up to a boat with a huge bag of Hippies that you're only $5 into, you look like such a rock star. So anyway, these things are really good. They're very tasty, and in a pinch, and if you want a snack that's salty, I like this. I don't think it's a terrible snack for you. But it tastes good, so you don't have to go resort to like really bad food if you want something that tastes good. Hippies are really amazing. They're much better than Pirate's Booty or any of those other snacks, Sun Chips. So this is so much healthier for you than that stuff. Okay, here's the cauliflower pizza. This is meant for usually a Sunday, a cheat meal, part of the weekend kind of thing. Each one of these has, I want to say, around 920 calories each pizza. And it's gonna have, each pizza will have about 50 grams of protein. It's got a decent amount of fat, definitely a lot of sodium. Like one pizza would have 100% of the sodium I would need in a day. But irregardless of all that, if I'm gonna have pizza and I want the thrill of eating pizza, I could just buy pizza that's really good, sure. But that has gluten, has dairy, so I can kind of skip on that gluten part. I bring down the calories considerably. So cauliflower crust pizza is a smart alternative. If you can get cauliflower crust pizza that is dairy free, that's even better, but that seems to cost a whole lot of money at the stores. So $10 you can get one of those pizzas at a natural grocery store. This was $12 at Costco, and it's cauliflower crust, but it has dairy, like actual cheese on here. So I'm okay with that. One cheap pizza a week, not a big deal. This is like $12, so I pick it up. We've talked a lot about garbanzo beans. I buy garbanzo beans and I put them in so much stuff. So these things are $1 a can at the organic natural grocery store. I don't know if you have these next to your house, but Natural Grocers is a really good place to shop. Also, if you're at natural grocers, check out the clearance section. They typically have things that are just not selling. It's not that it's out of date or anything. This one goes out of date on November 20th, okay? And it's basically pepper jack style cheese shreds. It's completely dairy-free, lactose-free, gluten-free, all that kind of stuff, and soy-free. $3 for this bag. Ordinarily would have been like $5. So I was just cruising around that discount section, saw these, and I immediately kind of flipped it over and I was like, well, what's the expiration date? You know, what if it's in like 2 days? But it's not, it's like in November, and this video is being filmed in July. So yeah, $3, bought 2 of those. Last but not least, every single day, I try to have 1 to a whole portion of one of these 3 things typically. So this one right here is rainbow chard. I love rainbow chard. All the things that I'm gonna show you, you can kind of just chop up with scissors, throw it into a skillet with minimal oil and a bunch of good spices, and it turns out to be really good. Very, very healthy for your digestion. The reason why I go to natural grocery stores here in town is because this stuff comes from local farmers, and it comes from local soil, which is very good for your gut health, all right? So it's different than going into like a Trader Joe's and buying rainbow chard that's already in a plastic bag that's sitting on a shelf next to all the salad stuff. Probably got moved from California, for example, to Texas. That's where I live. You know, I kind of want something that came from this soil here, and that's how you can get your gut check and like really good health, is by buying stuff that was grown in local soil. So yeah, here's what rainbow chard kind of looks like. It's very rainbowish looking. It's awesome. So like I said, I'll have about 1, a half to about 1 each day. Not of this, but this is one of the things I could eat, would be that one. The other thing I bought is Dandelion Greens. All right, same kind of style. You can put some soy sauce on it, whatever. Kind of looks like that. This was like, $1.60 for some organic dandelion greens. Very good for your digestive system, and extremely good for energy. Extremely healthy. Only buy this kind of stuff organic. Do not ever buy this stuff that's not organic, ever. And last, I think this is the way to say it, but Lacinato Kale. Got some of that as well. You can chop it up with scissors. And of course, another amazing, green that you can put in your diet very quickly. You can add it to the morning meal. You can add it to your, and add it to my Chickpea Masala if I want to. But yeah, so about a half to a whole thing of one of these 3 things each and every day. So that means I go to that natural grocery store once every 3 to 4 days, to pick up the best of the best stuff. Okay, so that's pretty much the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you want to get some lean and mean gains, you gotta treat your body right, all right? You don't get another body in life, so treat your body right, and maybe cut back on your outside spending of fast food or whatever, and start reallocating that money to really good food, because this stuff doesn't cost that much more than normal food. This is just really good food. So you can do it, right? Cut something else out of your budget and reallocate your funds to some good stuff that'll go in your body and make you feel super good. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Goodbye.